Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Keller Williams Realty Technologies presentation. We're so excited to have you all with us today for today's Internet Lead Generation Series. And I asked a question a little moment ago before we got started, and that question is, why are you here? In other words, what is it you're wanting to take away from today's class, and what is it you want to do with your website when it comes to internet lead generation? And I got a lot of great answers. One of the first answers that I received was increase an online presence and generate more leads. And Kyle was the first one to submit an answer. Kyle kind of nailed it in the very beginning. And the reason we want to have a presence with our KW website naturally is to generate leads. It's what the title of the session is, and that's really what it's all about. We can have a very pretty website with a lot of great information in it, and that's all wonderful. We absolutely want to have that. But our real intent is to generate leads, so then we can convert those leads to appointments, convert those appointments to agreements, turn those agreements into contracts, service that client wonderfully so we get referrals and we can do it all over again. Some additional answers are: new to the business, want to maximize passive leads that I can get on the internet. And Upreet is exactly right. Upreet said that they want to get their passive leads because we know that website leads aren't necessarily aggressive leads. We have to work on those leads just a little bit. Bree says, I haven't set up a web page yet. Need to learn how to do so. So Bree, what we're going to be doing today is giving you some of the strategies before building the website. And Bree, you're at a really great place, because before we can even think about building our website and putting ourselves out there online, we need to think about our brand and our online presence. Milagros says that they don't want to pay for bad leads, and that's also a very good statement of theirs, because when you have a KW website and you're capturing leads, the intent is that you will start to be quickly in touch with them, having correspondences with them, and you'll know whether or not it is a good lead or a bad lead. But we're going to maximize this website so the leads that we get, we don't necessarily have to pay for. Okay, very good. So someone's asking, can we print the PowerPoint? Yes, I will show you all exactly where you can get today's presentation and where your offices, technology, community members can get access to the presentation. All right, let's get started. So we decided the reason we're here is we want to generate leads with our KW website. We want to appeal to the audience. We want to provide great information, and we want to be the agent of choice. In other words, we want to provide so much great information that anytime anyone thinks of a real estate agent or someone that can provide them with information or real estate services, maybe even someone they know, they think of us right away. Another reason we want to have a website that will help us to generate leads is because 9 out of 10 home buyers use the internet. Now that means that before they even contact you, chances are pretty good that those buyers are online and they are either looking for information, looking for homes. Maybe they already found the information, they found the homes, and they're thinking about working with you. Now, the moment somebody is working with you or thinking that they're going to work with you, what do you think the first thing that they are going to do? One of the first things that they're going to do, and you guys are exactly right, Stephen came right in, they're going to research you, and they're going to research you how, Milagro? They're going to research you through Google. They're going to start to look for your information, your online presence. So we want to be sure when they find us that we look great, that we have a good online presence. That's something that the new KW website is going to help us with. So not only do 9 out of 10 home buyers use the internet, 80% of those buyers say that they use it frequently during their home search. Okay, and I want you to look at the ages that are available on here. If you look at almost every age range is frequent, which means that it's not an age thing, it's a consumer thing. Look at how even this graph is when it looks at all buyers 34 younger all the way to 60 to 68. There's a drop, 69 to 89, but it's extremely consistent that they are looking, it's consistent that they are looking at it frequently. So how do you turn those eyeballs into clients? Well, we got to capture them. We want to attract them, of course. Then we want to capture them. And then, of course, convert them. And we can do that with our KW websites. All right, so let's look at some other statistics here that have to do with that. Well, we know that if 92% of all home buyers are using the internet in their home search, well, we have to be available there. So once we're available online, it's good for us because if they are going to start talking to agents, they're going to look at them online before even working with them. Now, this is in 2013. We know that trend hasn't gone down. In fact, if anything, that trend has come up. Now, our clients or our visitors are not taking their time. They're not quickly making these decisions. They're doing a lot of work prior to contacting an agent. If they are doing all of this work prior to contacting an agent, that means that they have a lot of information. They're going to come in armed and ready to go. This is one of the most important reasons why you need to have your scripts ready. You need to be available for quick questions and have those answers. Again, this is a good opportunity for your MAPS coaching to take advantage of any of those coaching opportunities that we have, because they are going to help you nail down those scripts. We got to be ready because our consumers are a lot smarter than they've ever been. And if we look at this in 2013, this is in 2013, real estate related searches on google.com have grown 253% over the past 4 years. I'm very curious to see how much they've grown over the past 3 years. I'm sure we'll get another report in 1 more year, but that's pretty extraordinary. Now, why we have this is because it's important to make sure that you're where the search engines are directing people to. That's one of our goals, is to do that. So one of the first things is we have to create a brand for ourselves, and we have to create a strategy. Well, the brand is going to be our internet presence. How many of you currently have a brand? I'll wait for some answers while I continue talking. But how many of you currently have a brand? And if you do, let us know what that brand name is. Now, if you have a strong focus on your brand, a lot of people launch a site and then they focus on step 2. You know, we really want to think about it being a foundation for our building, because if without a strong foundation, you can build a beautiful building, but it's not going to last long term. It's not going to be able to handle consumers coming in and out of it. It's pretty soon going to look junky. It's going to start breaking apart, and people are going to start coming inside because it's just simply not safe. So we want to take that same thought process when it comes to our brand. We build that brand foundation, and then we can build our website on top of that. So Milagro says that they own their own name, which is also awesome. Upreet uses their last name with Real Estate Partners. We have several people that have their own brand and their own brand name. So once we have that brand, and then we're generating traffic, and then we're capturing those leads. Once we're in the lead generation and the capture, connect, cultivate section, our brand can help support that. We have the last name is Cantu, and it is the Cantu. So it's Elizabeth Cantu, the Can Do team. I love that. That's awesome. Thank you, Upreet. All right. So here's an example of a brand. So this is the brand itself. That's the logo. And then you'll notice that that logo is integrated into the Facebook page. And then from the Facebook page, you will see the tagline and the KW website. The brand is, we want to think about what is in the consumer's mind, right? And your brand is what your prospect thinks anytime they hear or see the brand. So in our example, Dream Key Real Estate, our tagline is making dreams come true one key at a time. And the thought behind that is we want that old-fashioned style of business where a handshake means something and we're connecting directly with our clients and their dreams. So if we can't help that client's dreams to come true by making sure that we sell their house at a reasonable or a great deal that is good for them, and we help them find or we help them find the house of their dreams, then we've done our job. And if we can't do that, then we need to rethink our strategy. Now, what is the one thing that your website is doing for you? I'm going to ask you all that question. What is the one thing? Let me ask you this. What is the one thing that your website should be doing for you? What's the one thing your website is doing for you or should be do it for you? And you are exactly right. That is lead capture. So if you have a site and it's not geared towards lead capture, then why do you have it? We don't want to just have a website out there for the sake of having a website. So what do your consumers want from your website? Well, giving them good design is all about giving them what they want as quickly as possible. We don't all need to be web designers, web masters, if you will, if that word even exists, okay? We have a lot of great opportunity in giving them what they want. So according to this report, this is from NAR, 83% of buyers want photos, okay? They want photos of properties, photos of homes. Make your site visual. It's what people are looking for. Now, some of the other top features include detailed information about properties. Well, that's why they're there. Most likely, they don't come to a real estate website to find out about you or immediately about the community unless you've done an amazingly good job of bringing out the value of your community. They are there to look for homes. So homes can have interactive maps. They can have virtual tours, and within the property information where the homes are, that's where you can have great neighborhood information. Next, on the 1st of August, we're going to be talking about using KW video and just using video in general in your KW websites. So in order to do this, we like to do what we call the 4 E's. Okay, first, enlighten them. They want informative property search. They want hyper-local information. They're not going to be in Dallas and be looking at Los Angeles information. Chances are pretty good they're going to be looking at their local information or where they want to move to. Are you the expert in those areas? Do you know, they want to know that other people trust you through testimonials. It's totally okay to brag on yourself. And then tell the potential customers of your value proposition. You want to enlighten them. You want to make it easy. Every time they use your website, you want them to be able to easily get in, get what they're looking for, and come back easily. Make it intuitive. Use your own information. Make sure it fulfills your needs as a customer. Look at it as a customer. And then always ask for help from your friends and family. Make it engaging. They want to know what other people think. They want to know that other people think you're great, because if other people think you're great, there's a reason, and they want to use you. So social media can help you there. You can provide all kinds of engaging information and content, sticky content. And elegance. Well, they want it to look good. They don't only want it to look good on their PC. They want it to look good on every device. Make sure your pictures are the best of every property, and any picture you have on your website, make sure it looks good and clean. That is why we have our new KW websites, because with our KW websites, they have an advanced search. They are super easy to set up. They have a great design. Of course, you can brand them on your own because you can change out all of the photos. They are mobile responsive. That means they will fit on any device, so your great photos will look good on every device. And then, of course, you have the opportunity for blogging and social media. Now, it's important not to hide your content behind your lead capture. You think about the value you give to people to make giving their contact information worth their time and effort. What that means is if we are going to be providing information, we can provide newsletters. If we want to give them information on neighborhoods, that is going to help with that. We can provide them updates and important changes, additions to the area. In Austin, we have all kinds of things happening in our toll roads. We're really looking for people that are the expert in that information. Just show that local expertise, and it's going to help people understand why they should use her as a realtor. It's really about lead capture and listings. Do you put lead capture before or after a listing? There's two schools of thoughts for that. It's what you call aggressive and passive lead capture. If you set up your new KW website to capture leads after someone has clicked through one property, that's aggressive. Now, that may not give you the quality of leads that you're going to want. In other words, you might get some Fred Flintstones, some Barney Rubbles, and so forth. However, when they are ready to correspond with you, they will provide you with their correct contact information so they can start that correspondence. If you do passive lead capture, that means we're not going to capture leads until someone chooses to provide the contact information. We're going to get a lot less leads, but they'll be a little bit more quality. In other words, if you don't force someone to provide their email address, and they do, well, chances are pretty good that is very solid and good information. So here is an example. You can tell exactly where Heller, the home seller, operates. I'm going to guess it's somewhere in California, somewhere near the water. Looks like a lot of coastal opportunity there. There is a huge search opportunity. That's a call to action right there. And then there's other calls to action, photo view, map view, but you'll notice there is a huge Omni box right in the middle to start their search. Again, here you can see a link to the blog or a quick link to About. Those are calls to action. You also have these links here up on top. These are links to social media. Quick links to your social media channels. Okay, so during today's presentation, we talked to you about your brand, the importance of your brand, and making sure that that stands out. First, you have a lot of places and opportunities to go to have someone help you with your brand. So we're going to say, please take the opportunity to determine your brand. Now, the important thing to remember is you already have a brand. Many of you, when you are standing in the grocery store line or you're sitting at a party, you have no problem telling people who you are, what you do, and why they should use you. We all have different reasons why they should use us, and that's really a part of what our brand is about. Let's think about what we tell people, what we stand for, the niche area we're in, or maybe what we specialize in, to then determine what our brand is. And then you have a great KW website that you can start to use today, start to manage, convert, and cultivate and convert leads through that new KW website. All right, please send us any questions, ahas that you have, and what's the one thing that you are going to do today that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary with your KW website? All right, so Oldemar's asking a great question. He says, what's the difference between the eEdge KW website versus a Playster website that's being offered? One of the differences right off the bat is that it is mobile responsive. Neither the eAgency or the eEdge website are mobile responsive. In other words, will fit on any mobile device. Another benefit to the Playster website, it is what we call indexable, so that listings that are in there will start indexing to your website immediately. That is typically an additional charge by other IDX vendors, so that's a part of the new Place to Website. Another difference is you can add multiple photos that scroll through. You cannot do that with the eEdge website. You only have a single design that you can use. You can change colors, but outside of that, your design options are limited. So that is just a few of the many advantages of the new KW website. What are the questions you all have? All right, doesn't seem like we have any other questions. So I want to thank you all for being a part of today's presentation. And as always, stay on the edge of real estate technology by using KW technology. And we're hoping you're going to make it a great day at Keller Williams.